Good morning, meteorologist Bob Acarfio with a tropical update for Monday, September 26, 2011. Tropics remain fairly quiet out here in the Atlantic. When I spoke a couple weeks ago, really looked at the last 2 weeks of September as being fairly quiet with the MJO out of our area, and that has really been the case. We had Ophelia, pretty weak system. Here's the remnants of Ophelia's right here. The National Hurricane Center gives that about a 20% chance of coming back. Really believe Ophelia does have a good chance of coming back in the next 3 to 4 days. I'll show you that in a minute here. But again, will not be a threat to the United States. And then we have Philippe way out here, a tropical storm, 60 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds as of 5 a.m. And again, another one that's no threat to land. May try to make a run at hurricane the next 24 hours, although I doubt it will. And then stronger shear will take over, and Philippe will slowly weaken as it moves out to sea. So that's really all we have. The two players here in the next, we'll probably end September on these, watching these two systems here. Nothing really looks like it's going to develop in the next week out here in the tropics. So let's kind of look at the satellite picture here and see what we have. Well, first let's look at Tropical Storm Philippe. Again, 60 mile per hour maximum sustained winds, west-northwest at 13. Here's the official track by the National Hurricane Center, maintaining it as a tropical storm as it slowly moves out to sea. We'll have a trough out here that'll eventually bring this system up to the north. Couple of the models this morning, even the Euro model has the system much weaker and moving a little farther west out here. In any event, it will eventually move out to sea. Whether it moves out to sea here, here, or here, it should stay well east of Bermuda and the islands in the end. So again, Philippe, no threat to land. All right, looking at the bigger view here of the satellite picture here, just show you some of the features we have. Here's Philippe right here. Pretty organized system. We had convection trying to really flare up overnight. It's kind of weakened some now. I'm not seeing the colder cloud tops. Here's that trough here that's sinking to the south. This is going to create higher shear here, which you're already starting to see some of these winds starting to blow these cloud tops off to the north here. And that's really going to probably be done with Philippe. Not done, but as far as strengthening goes, we might have seen the peak this morning, and that's probably going to be it, as it's going to steady or slowly weaken with this shear that's going to come down. This trough's also going to try to hook the system out. Again, it could stay a little weaker and then kind of get trapped down here and move a little farther west before the next trough comes down and takes it out. Here's what's left of Ophelia's mess. This upper level low really killed Ophelia with wind shear. But Ophelia could come back, and it could come back anywhere in this area here. We see the mid-level circulation right here to the east of the Leeward Islands. This is where we could find Ophelia trying to come back up in this area here where wind shear is lighter away from this upper level low. Eventually, this upper level low is going to move on out of here to the north, and it's going to create lighter wind shear in here. It's actually going to be in a good spot here to the north of the islands here as far as wind shear goes in a few days. So Ophelia could make a comeback, and again, it's not going to move towards the United States. We have this big trough that's going to be hanging across the United States for the rest of the week. So eventually it's going to move up this way no matter what. Whether it gets closer to Bermuda as a system or not, Bermuda will have to continue to watch what's left of Ophelia here. Again, and then the rest of the tropics outside of that, fairly quiet. Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, nothing going on right now. Just looking at the satellite view, eastern United States here, big upper levels low here, just spinning away the last 3 to 4 days. Actually had some severe weather. This morning. I'll show you in a minute. We do have a tropical storm, a tornado watch here for portions of eastern Kentucky here, southern Ohio, and we also had a big mesoscale convective system come out of. You see the remnants here last night come through southern Arkansas and portions of western Mississippi here, touched down about 4 tornadoes in this area as well. And you see the tropical connection here still across Florida. More rains across the peninsula of Florida the next few days. But eventually this upper low is going to shift off towards New England, and it's going to bring it on the back side of this boy, a taste of fall here for the weekend, even all the way down into the deep south. So hang on, folks. Especially for those of you in Florida with all this tropical, moist, steamy air, that's going to change over the weekend. You'll enjoy the weather this weekend as we have some fall coming down this way. And again, just looking at, there's where the whoops. Let's get back here 1 second here. Here's where that tornado watch is for this morning. Again, portions of southern Ohio and Kentucky for this morning. Okay, back to some models for hurricanes here for our tropics. We have Philippe, and here's Philippe again. A lot of the models have it making this kind of turn, and we have some that are lagging out. And here, a weaker system could move farther west-northwest, and the Euro has it out here. But in any event, whether it hooks this way, or this way, it's eventually going to go out to sea. Some of the models left on... Still running some models here on Ophelia, and again, the trend will be to take this eventually off to the north. And again, if it does redevelop, will it get closer to Bermuda or not? That'll be the question later in the week. Okay, GFS. What do we have for the next 10 to 14 days here? Here's Philippe, and you'll see Philippe go out to sea. Does bring back Ophelia, like I said. Ophelia could get into a better area here in about 3 to 4 days, and then does take it close to Bermuda. And then way in the extended here, you can see we have a developing hurricane here in the Western Caribbean. Again, this is way out in the extended range here. We're looking at this towards the end of the first week of October, but this will again show you this is going to be the area to watch as we move into October. MJO is coming back. So for those of us, especially along the Gulf Coast, eastern United States here, do not let your guard down. The hurricane season is not over. October could be a busy month, and that'll be the case here. And you can see nice big Canadian high pressure will eventually move down. Just show you this real quick here. Once we get this upper level low to finally go away, nice big area of high pressure here moving down for the weekend. And a nice taste of fall here for the southern United States and eastern United States come the weekend. Euro model, and you can see there's Ophelia and Philippe. Philippe, Ophelia. This is going to Thursday, then Friday. There's Ophelia right there. And then you see it brings Philippe pretty far west. Kind of loses Ophelia here. And then there's what's left of Philippe. And then Philippe's all the way out this way again. But again, eventually this is going to go out this way. All the way through the next 10 days. Euro doesn't show much. But we do have this big area of high pressure again across the eastern United States. And will we get lowering pressures here in the Caribbean, especially with the MJO coming back? That's going to be the area to watch for towards the first week of October. First week or two of October, we're going to be looking down here in the Western Caribbean. As far as the MJO goes, here it's coming back. You could see the green means upward motion. We need this for development in the tropics. We need that upward motion, vertical motion. And here we go. By the first week into the second week of October, it's back in our area here. We see a lot of downward motion here for the next, for the rest of September through the tropics here in the tropical Atlantic. So, couple things to watch for. The next rest of September looks quiet. I don't really see anything developing outside the two systems. We're still watching remnants of Ophelia and Philippe. None of them will be affecting the United States. We'll be looking for the MJO to come back the beginning of October, and you want to watch for the Western Caribbean for any kind of development, and which could eventually have an impact along the Gulf Coast. And we will see about that. Well, that's it for the tropics today. Again, as long as the tropics stay quiet, I'll have an update, probably once or twice a week. If we start cranking up again, I will have more daily updates. You can follow me on Facebook. It's Robert, ACANFRIO. Also, new website, weatherbunker.com. Check me out over there. Pretty nice little website we have going over there. So check me out there for the latest weather information. Have a good day.